even think in the midst of it all, you already knew my name.
Yeah, I cannot figure out if this and it might be, but I can't figure out if this camera is too high. Like, obviously I'm looking up, but is it like real high? I don't know, but we're just gonna go with it. Like, it's 2 o'clock. We said we were gonna leave at 2, but let's just get started. Today we're going out to do like a little celebrating. And how we celebrate is we're going out to eat. So I'll do my makeup about 1 or 2 times a year, and it's usually when we go out to eat, or like we go to an event, which we don't do on a regular. So I decided, let me get ready with my girls on camera and talk about a few things. I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but of course I'm looking in the mirror. The first thing I wanted to talk about was making friends in your 20s, and to add another piece of complication to that, making Christian friends in your 20s. Y'all, for me personally, it has been really hard. It doesn't help that I'm a like stay to myself kind of person. That doesn't make it any easier at all. And I mean, I feel like I've tried in the past. Obviously not super hard, like trying super hard. But I remember I even did like, is it called like Bumble Friends? Like one of those friends apps or whatever. I even did that. I just came right off of it. Like, I just don't even know where to begin. And like, for a while, I was holding on to my friends like that I grew up with. And I still like talk to them in a sense, like, but it's like more occasional. Like I talk to them occasionally, but it's not like how you would talk to like your close friends. For like, if you're around somebody a lot, of course you're gonna talk to them. Me, I'm not around my friends that I grew up with, that I went to high school, elementary school. I'm not around them a lot. And not only that, we're on different journeys. So I've learned from like my patterns in the past that I'm usually the only Christian friend. Now, while I'm not easily swayed, like I'm not, people can't influence me to do something that I don't want to do. If I want to do it, I can be influenced to do it. But if I don't want to do it, I'm very strong on my nose. However, it does get frustrating when I constantly, because I'm the only Christian friend, I constantly having to be like, no, 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 no. And yeah, it gets annoying. So I just revert to being by myself or like just being around family members. Another thing I remember is like growing up, my mom, she would always be like, oh, I don't have friends. You can't really trust people, X, Y, Z, you know? And I feel like that plays a part to like generation. Who would have known a generational thing or a curse or whatever could be you not making friends simply because of how you grew up, the things that you heard people say, you know? Yeah. So that's another thing. Like, I just stick to myself mostly. But I've learned that that is not feasible. Like, it's not good. Yes, you could do stuff by yourself. Yes, you could get things accomplished by yourself, but getting things accomplished with others, I feel like that's a good thing, you know? Like God does call us to like our isolation seasons or whatever, but he also calls us to seasons where we have friends that we could rely on, that we could encourage each other, and the whole 9 yards. Another thing, and I know this is gonna be like, I guess controversial. I'm the type of person, right? Yeah, I don't go to church. I don't go to church. Yes, I'm a Christian, but I don't go to church. My reasoning for that is the churches, and I'm pretty sure there is a church out there. I'm not saying it's not a church out there, but the churches that are around me are like mega churches. I need to focus. Hold on. So another thing is that I don't go to church. I think I already said that. The churches around me are like mega churches, and I was going to one church, and it was okay, But I think the disconnect for me is like listening to prophets um listening to prophets and ministers like Tiffany Montgomery, Kevin Elliott Ewing, listening to like the spiritual, and then going to a mega church and getting like, I don't know, like a different version of it. Okay, this is how the best I could explain it. Listening to Tiffany, them, I get like Tiffany and Life is Spiritual. Like listening to all of those people, I get like revelation. I understand why I may have been struggling with this thing. Break through in different areas, and then when I go to the mega churches, well, I've only been to one. When I go to the church around here, it's like more of like an inspirational word, and I just was like, you know what? I feel like I could be learning so much more from the people that I watch. So that's just what I've been doing. But more recently, I need some more primer. More recently, I have been thinking like, instead of looking at it that way, how about look at it more in a community way? But then I just bring myself back like, maybe I don't know. I don't think I want to do it. Because I do remember one time I did go to one of their group events or whatever. It was like a young adults night. I know I went, and it was just one time, so I can't really like judge it based off of that. But again, it wasn't my vibe, and I feel like I wasn't connecting. Like we didn't have similarities in a way, so I was just like, forget it. I'm just the type of person, like, because I learned different, oh, I forgot to put foundation on it. Because I learned that different symbols, different things mean certain things, I don't go to every place, right? So if I see, which is a good, I don't know, I can't really think of one right now, but me and my sister, we have an understanding like, oh, this person has, okay, for instance, because there's some places around here like that, like let's say like voodoo and then whatever kind of food spot, because it's usually around food they'll use like the word voodoo, and let's say like voodoo wings, voodoo tacos, voodoo soul food, like something like that. Me and my sister know we're not going to that place based off of the name. Like you're literally telling us what you do. Another friend, on the other hand, would be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. And I've been told that before. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. Like, we're not going there for that. We're just going there to try the food out. I don't want to try the food from somebody that obviously, to get this business in some way, shape, or form, they're honoring voodoo. That's just how I look at it. Other people might be like, oh, that's just doing too much. And I feel like that's where the disconnect comes in. So to save all of that, I just say to myself, like, okay, if that's what you want to do, you could do it, but I'm not going to do it. I just feel like it's in your face. Why are we signing up to be attached to evil? You know what I'm saying? And food, people commune over food. People have agreements over food. Why are we coming into agreement with this? So I know to other people it might seem like, oh, you're just doing too much. You're too deep in it, too spiritual, XYZ. And everyone's entitled to their own opinion, of course, but that's just not something that I would want to do. I had to like turn down in the past like invitations and, oh, let's go out to do this, let's go to this place, and I'll see like I would see like a statue of a certain God, and I'm like, yeah, I can't go, like, you find somewhere else. And this is never get back to you. So it's like, hey, that's just where I'm at. I still, of course, do want to make friends, do want to find friends. I'm at the stage, like, I just don't know how that's going to happen, when it's going to happen, what would that look like. But for now, I just be going out with my sister, which is fun in and of itself. Like, and that's how my mom was too. Like, she wouldn't have like friends, but she would go out with her family. So
the world's cold, I know, and your heart's no different. Who you want, don't want you, and who you miss, don't miss you. You know, your teardrops falling, you can't feel them. You want peace, but can't.
something recently that I have been learning on like learning about is systems. Where did I get this from? Life is spiritual. So systems, and I've been pondering on it because for me it kind of answered a few questions that I had and like some doubts that I had, just a whole bunch of other things. Systems, and how I'm relating it is like systems taking me away from my purpose, systems taking me away from my higher calling, like in God. So, for instance, so in the documentary, the lady, her name is Erica, she talked about how, oh God, I put foundation on the shirt. She talked about how people came together and figured, basically how could they enslave the human race with like systems. So that came school, universities. I think I recently learned that university used to be free, but it started charging ever since blacks wanted to go. So, it was a bit of racism mixed up in there, but I'm not sure how true that is, but I've seen it online. And all those other things. But I have been thinking about like wealth and, I'm trying to think of my next step. Powder? I think. Powder for my concealer. But I've been trying to think about I've been thinking about like wealth. Wealth, because a lot of times I associated wealth with money, right? But then I go to the Bible and it wasn't just about money. It was about like land, livestock, basically every single thing that you would need. So having like a high valuable thing that people around the world would need. So farmland, this might be too much. Farmland, livestock, animals, like all of these other things were wealth. Like having things that you would need, like protection, readily accessible to these men of God, these people of God. And so I was kind of like relating it back to today and like reshaping what powder is on my tongue. Reshaping, like bringing it back to today and trying to reshape my mindset and what does wealth look like for me? How would I want wealth to look? Then it brought me back to like the systems. My dad is a go to school, get a job, get your master's, even your PhD if you're an overachiever, and just excel in life through that route. So I started on that route. And that route has really gotten me nowhere. And I don't want to say like people who go, I'm not saying like people who go to school, get a PhD, like they can't make money in XYZ. Because a lot of people have done it. A lot of people are still doing it. A lot of people are still excelling. I remember this quote of, I actually don't remember the quote, but it's basically a fish will excel in water. If you take the fish and put it on land, it won't excel. It won't get to the fullest potential. It can't walk. So you will say like basically this fish is a loser. You put a fish back in water, like you put a fish on land, you'd be like the fish is a loser. You put that fish back in water, the fish is excelling. The fish is swimming. The fish is doing cartwheels in the water. And because that's the environment the fish is supposed to be in. So then it was making me think like, am I trying to make something work for me, but I'm in the wrong environment? I'm in the wrong area because, God, look at these colors. I'm in the wrong area. I'm in the wrong environment because that's all I knew growing up was, go to school. Both of my parents went to school. I already graduated school, but I just feel like times are changing. So this whole school thing, this whole degree thing, people are making way more money doing courses, doing social media, doing their own business. And I remember when I was in school, I always felt like I can't wait to graduate college because I feel like it's holding me back. I can't wait to graduate college. I feel like it's holding me back. And now I look back, I should have just dropped out. But I have this thing like when I start something, I have to finish it. Even if it's like to a detriment, I just have to finish it. So I finished college and I cannot see how this is turning out. I finished college, but I don't think it was something that I really should have done because I don't do nothing in my degree. I work a job that I could have got if I never went to school. You get what I'm saying? So, and then I also been thinking like, I prayed, I got an answer, but I'm not sure if it was God. Like y'all really hate when that happens, but I got an answer and but it's down a route that I don't feel like is aligned with the desire that I have right now. Like, I don't feel that it's aligned. No, I could be wrong. It could be, like how God will give you the destination, but He won't really give you He won't really give you like the whole process of everything you will go through and XYZ. So that could be the case. Like, you're just not given the entire process. So this could be a part of the process. But my dilemma is going through another piece of like schooling or like coursework to get into another job that I know, of course it would be higher paying. But the thought of clocking in, sitting down, doing somebody else's work, making somebody else rich, it is just bothering me. Like, it literally bothers me. As opposed to starting my own business and doing it myself. Now, growing up, like I said, my dad, he was the go to school, get your degree, live that life, live off of a salary type of person. But something that always stuck with me is that my mom, I remember she said like, yeah, you can have your degree, because she has her up to her master's as well. She was like, yeah, you can have your degree, you can have all of that, but always have a side hustle. Now, the side hustle part for me, I just want it to be my main like entrepreneurship. Like, of course I do, and I don't think it's strange like why I went to school for business, because you would always have a calling on your life, but the enemy would try to warp it in a way or shape or form. So I don't think it's strange that I went to school for business, because I do like business. I don't just want to have one business, I want to have multiple businesses. So I want the side hustle my mom was talking about to be my main. But the conflict is, do I do the course first and then the business, or do I just go all in and believe for the business? And I just don't know. But I remember my cousin, she had posted the scripture that was something along the lines of, try everything because you don't know what will work. So I think times like I'll pray, I ask God for an answer. I want an answer right then and there, but I think sometimes we just need to do it and have faith that it will work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try, like, if I feel like going and doing this course is not something that I desire, like, that's not the desire that's within me, just go ahead and not do the course, because in a sense the course will be the safe route for me while I'm trying to start up a business. Like, the course will be the safe route, as opposed to just going all in with the business idea that I know that I want to start. So I don't know. I was talking about systems pulling us away from our calling. How does the system come into play with that? Well, we're told, go to school. You go to school, preschool. Sometimes it's mandatory, sometimes it's not. Kindergarten, elementary, what is after that? High school, college, get a job. Sometimes if you're like a doctor, it could take you up to your 30s to finish school. Then you don't want children in between that. What if your calling was for God to make you a parent by 25? Now you're delayed because you went ahead and you fell into the system, you fell into the trap, you fell into that piece of little slavery. So I don't know. I'm kind of like looking to get out of the world systems and just going to believing God, having faith, and just pushing through. So that's kind of where I'm at in life right now. And honestly, I don't know which route to go. I'm putting in the work into what I want to see, and then trying to not always have the answer, because if we have the answers to every single thing, where does the faith come in? So I think at this point, I just need to have faith to go with what my desire is and believe that my desires come from God. I'm not trying to fall into another world system, because I did it before and it's not working out for me. I didn't do a course. I did a whole 4-year college, but it could go hand in hand. But yeah, I'm going to put this setting spray on. Okay. This is like the most nerve-wracking part.
When you're all need Jesus. We all need Jesus. We need Jesus. We need Jesus. We all need Jesus. We all need Jesus.
Ooh, that was a lot. I don't know which mascara to use. I don't know what's the difference. I think this is like, I remember the controversy on this one. Hilarious. But I'm gonna try to use this and see how it works. It's such a weird one. Whew. Let's do some lip liner. Yeah, I seen this TikTok where this girl was talking about like what is it called? Like a beauty discount type of store, like an overstock store or something, where they have a lot of things. I'll put a name on the screen. I don't want to go there. Like, I need to buy some new makeup products. Like I said, I don't wear makeup often, so I rarely ever buy makeup. Like before I bought this, my favorite foundation, I had the Estee Lauder. I still have it. It's not done. I bought that years ago. Like I bought the Estee Lauder, however you say. I bought that in 2018, 2019, and it's still full. I don't even think I could use it. But okay, how did I get this on my tooth? Because I'm talking. You know, I'm thinking I had to wipe this lip gloss off before I put this lip liner on. And I'm also the girl, like, whatever kind of makeup they were doing, like, not Arnell, what's that say? Her sister, Alyssa? Both of them, really. Whatever kind of makeup tutorials they were giving, that's the last knowledge I have on makeup, okay? I have not watched makeup tutorials in years. The girls are using blush now. I don't even have a blush. They're using a lot of new products. So I need to get back into that. I need to watch another tutorial, like an updated, a 2025 makeup tutorial to figure out, you know, ways I could improve my makeup. Like, I just know how to get by. I don't know how to do lip liner. Not lip liner. I don't know how to do eyeliner. I don't know how to put on lashes. I just know the bare minimum, okay? Let me get my lip gloss. And I want like a little, you know, like that milky light pink lip gloss. I had one. I don't know where it is. So I want one of those as well. So whenever I do go shopping, I need to get some of this shine off of my forehead. I don't think it's helping, but this is one of my favorite lip glosses. As you can see, it's done. Like, y'all, when stuff go viral or like people recommend it, people that I watch recommend it, if I like it, I'm gonna stick to it. I bought this lip gloss, I'm pretty sure, over 10 times. Like, I buy this lip. Every time I run out, I buy a new one. And this is the only lip gloss I use. For the most part, we're done. We're just gonna finish up with this perfume. I remember I bought this perfume in a travel size. This is the first perfume that I said I wanted to come in and get a bigger one. So I'm pretty sure I just got the size up. And I've been seeing videos on how toxic perfumes are. I'm gonna start looking for clean perfumes. But until then, how do I get this off? Ooh. Until then, this is my favorite scent, y'all. Okay, if you don't know, I'm kind of semi-allergic to perfumes. So depending on the type of perfume, it'll make my throat itch. This one, thank God, didn't. But I still spray them only on my legs. So it's like I still smell like it, but it's not like up in my face. So I can't do all of that. I can only give a few to my legs, okay? That's just that's my happy medium with wearing perfume. And then I have to, like, not breathe it in too much. I got it from my mom. But thank y'all so much for watching this video. Definitely drop your comments down below, your own opinions, anything that helped you, anything that I'm struggling with, let me know. Help a girl out. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.